Ladies and gentlemen, we are live here on a Thursday night with none other than WWF legend Barry Horowitz. Barry, how are you?
Doing great. Great to be here. Love the UK.
Awesome. Thank you for joining us tonight. So, guys, the format, as always, when you jump in, we'll start doing the signings of the photos that you've already pre-sold. In between that, if you want to ask Barry a question, and a respectable question at that, please drop it in the comment box below. Okay, guys? So we'll start off with the first picture, Barry, and it is the number one. It's the dropkick picture, and we've got a few for the pre-sale on that one. That's the one. Look out for the dropkick. Again, is that the Sultan? I think
that is the Sultan. Yes.
There we go. For that.
Yeah, it's a heck of a shot.
It's a great shot. Great shot. What we'll do is we'll use a black or silver pen on this one. See what you think.
Black or silver?
Which do you think would go best?
Silver.
Let's go read that then. Let's go with silver.
Oh, I'm just signing my name, not personalizing it.
I'm gonna go through it for you.
Okay.
I'll talk you through it. Okay. So the first one is to John, and that's John.
Okay. We're gonna go with gold.
That's fine.
Oh yeah, way better.
Awesome. John. And he would like to John, best wishes, and then your signature, please.
Okay. Yeah, this is popping good.
Love it.
Yeah, everybody's gonna like this. Check that out, John.
That's nice.
That's all right?
Yeah, perfect.
Very good.
Awesome.
Yeah, it is awesome.
Okay, the next one, this is to Kev, and that's Kev.
Okay.
And he would like to Kev, best wishes, and your autograph, please.
Okay, so which picture?
Same one.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, don't be.
Same with.
We'll just stay with that picture, and then we'll move on to the other ones later on.
Let's start over again on the personalization.
So to Kev, Kev.
Kev.
Yeah. Best wishes, Barry Horowitz.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hope you like this, Kev.
Love it. That's ace. Thank you. The next one is to Dan. That's
Dan.
To Dan. So Dan. And he would like to Dan. Best wishes, Barry Horowitz.
Sure. There you go, Dan.
That's brilliant. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
The next one is to Harvey. He doesn't want this personalized. He would just like your autograph on the picture, please.
Just to Harvey and my name.
No, just your name on it, please.
Oh, just my name. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Yep. Okay. So just my name.
That's it.
Here you go, Harvey.
That's awesome. The next one is for Ethan. He just wants your autograph, please. So
just my autograph.
Yes, okay. Please.
All right. Here you go, Ethan. I hope you like that.
Thank you.
Sure.
The next one is for Joe. He doesn't want this personalized. He would just like the best drop kick and your autograph.
Okay, say that again.
The best drop kick.
The best drop kick and my autograph.
Please, yeah.
Thank you.
He's obviously referencing the photo.
Best. Uh-oh. There we go. There you go.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Sure.
The next one is for Kurt. He doesn't want it personalized. He would like WWF legend and your autograph.
Okay. There you go.
That's awesome. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
And that is it for the pre-sale on photo 1. So thank you to you guys for buying that photo. Now, if you do want a photo during the live, the details are in the inscription at the bottom. Okay, so please contact us via the website or via the chat online. We'll go to some questions. Dan, this is your point.
No worries. So this one's from Jess. So who was your favourite rival in wrestling and why?
Oh, wow. I have a couple. It's kind of a tie between Owen Hart and Skip from the Body Donnas. Both were great dance partners. I love wrestling people like them, and of course the Armstrongs and Tommy Wildfire Rich and Ben Jordan, Reno Riggins, Brady Boone, the list, Tim Horner. But I would have to narrow it down to Owen Hart because I've wrestled him more than anybody. I had his first match ever in the WWF. And also because of Skip and I had a great history together and a great angle that lasted almost a year through SummerSlam Survivor Series, In Your House matches, WrestleManias, paid-per-views, the Slammy Awards. I mean, the list goes on. And both of them are near and dear to my heart and immensely missed. I mean, I miss a lot of guys that have passed, but especially Owen, this situation should have never happened. But that's for another day.
I completely agree with you. I think it could have been easily prevented. And it's nice that they remember him in the Owen Hart tournament now, which is nice.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you.
So it's nice that AEW remember him with the Owen Hart tournament.
I'm glad you said that. That's a little bit a classy move. Of course, I don't know why the WWF, whatever you want to call them, WWE couldn't do that out of class. They're supposed to be the people, and it's a non-classy move. I got to give AEW props for that, showing his name and really pushing it hard. I'm sure Chris Jericho had something to do with that, and the other Canadian wrestlers that are there. Props to them. Great idea. Should have been done 10 years ago. And who knows? They're probably scared of Martha Hart and the whole Hart family.
Yeah, who wouldn't be? What was it? I'm a big Owen Hart fan. So I have to ask this question. What was it like working him?
Oh, it was great. When I first started wrestling, it was a little bit stiff, and Owen was young, and he was spoiled by his brothers and his parents as far as, they owned the territory in Calgary. But as Owen got older and got to know me and realized my pedigree and resume is very mirror-like his, that's why the matches got better and better and better.
I just watching like his work from like the old World of Sport days back in England, and you could see he was way beyond anyone at that point.
Yeah, that's a good. That's a good point, Dan. He was doing Mexican arm drags and flips off the top 25 years ago, when they're doing them in various companies now, and everybody's acting like, ooh. Yeah. Well, Owen did them before these people could think of it.
Yeah,
that's a fact.
Yeah, I agree. I completely agree. Do you know how many times you got to wrestle him?
I don't know, but somebody was telling me that they checked the internet, and it was like, I've wrestled him more than anybody on the planet. Yeah. You got to understand that I wrestled Owen Hart when he first came in, the Blue Blazer. What was the little deal? He had a tag thing, the
High Energy.
which he didn't like. King of the Ring. I wrestled every gimmick that Owen was in.
Yeah.
I even wrestled him and his whole family in the Boston Gardens pay-per-view at Survivor Series as the Red Knight.
Oh, really? Was that you?
That was me.
No way.
Oh, yeah, almost. You can't even keep it a secret no more. Everybody knows that. That's why I just blatantly said it.
I didn't know that. There you go.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I had to change my style a little bit around and, the mask and whatnot so I wouldn't, look like Barry Horowitz wrestling Owen.
Yeah. No way. Just as we're on that, guys, Barry does have a couple of items that he's able to sell during the live. So you've got the lapel badges, is that right?
One more time.
You got the badges to sell?
I'm not hearing.
The badges and the yarmulkes.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, the lapel pins. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Sorry, we call them badges over here.
Yeah, this is the Barry Horowitz official yarmulke. I mean, it's good for any wrestling fan, even if you're not Jewish. I mean, if you are Jewish, that's a feather in your cap, and that's what it looks like. Of course, when you open it up, it spreads out. The Star of David goes on the back, almost like the NFL logo on their hats. And, of course, I open this up and sign it on the paper because the plastic would smear. And then, of course, you got the infamous lapel pins, stick pins. Maybe Ozzy's watching. He wants one for his black hat because I know he's back in England.
And how much are they, please?
I'm sorry?
How much are they?
The stick pins are $5 and the official yarmulkes are $10.
There you go, guys. So if you would like a yarmulke, $10, and a pin badge or a lapel pin in America, it's $5. Okay, guys. So drop a comment in the box if you want one of those, and we'll get that sorted for you. Okay, Big Dan.
So next question comes from Stu. So evening, Barry. Hope you're well. Who is your favourite current wrestler in WWE or AEW?
Oh, wow. AEW. Wow. I don't. AEW has a lot of good wrestlers and a lot of good technical wrestlers. I don't know. There's probably, I'd have 10 at least. As far as in the WWF, I'm a big fan of his last name is Gable.
Chad Gable.
Chad Gable. Yeah, very good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah. I'm just trying to think of the other technical wrestlers. I mean, right off the top of my head is Chad Gable. And of course, in AEW, there would be also Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah.
And of course, Chris Jericho.
Nice.
Yeah. I mean, there's others, but off the top of my head, that's there's, but he's not in AEW no more. Is Alex Kazarian. He's in Impact.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's another good one.
Very much so. Chris Daniels is another.
Yeah. I like guys that are similar to my
style.
To my style.
Absolutely.
I mean, I like all different styles, but that's my forte. That's how I was taught.
That's your preference.
That's cool. My preference.
That's awesome. John Morley would like a yarmulke, please.
Sorry?
I say somebody watching would like a yarmulke signed, please.
Okay.
So he'll just want your autograph on the front.
He just wants the autograph of me on the front?
Yeah, unless he says in the group chat, he wants it personalized. So John Morley, if you want it personalized, just let us know, please. But you'll get a yarmulke.
See.
That's fine.
Okay. So we're signing it JON.
I'm just waiting for him to
just the autograph,
okay,
please, Chris.
Okay, he just wants the autograph, please.
Just an autograph. Okay.
Yes, please.
I want to
Thank
show you this. Really cool why I got it open. And John could look at it and the other fans could look at it. So how you would do it is you put it back of your head and this would go in the back or however you want it. And of course, my name is written inside, printed.
Cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
So it's really cool. So then the signing is pretty cool because you just pull this out and I'm going to write it in black because it's white. And then it shows up really cool and it doesn't smear.
Awesome.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah, that's wicked.
I mean, these are packaged really well, very similar to a video game from like PlayStation 4 or whatever, how they do it at your local retail dealers. They package it the same way. These were made in California.
That's wicked.
So, yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I love
Once
that.
again, thank you, John.
That's cool.
This should bring you good luck.
It should do, and it will do. Okay. We'll do another question then, Big Dan.
Yeah. So this one is from Adam. Bret Hart once said that he wanted to see you in the WWE Hall of Fame. If you ever got the call, would you? Who would you want to be inducting you?
Wow, there's a lot to that, but I'll just get right to it. I would probably have my mentor, Jody Malenko, inducting me.
Nice.
In fact, not probably, I would.
Yes.
So Jody Malenko, Joe Malenko, I'm sure the fans are familiar with him. If they're not, just go to YouTube and look his name up, and you'll see him all over the place in Japanese wrestling.
We hope that phone call comes.
I don't know if that phone call happened because it kind of makes sense. So we don't want to, it makes sense. So they may not do that. They're known for doing the opposite. But on a lighter note, in 4 weeks, I will be inducted into the New England Pro Wrestling Hall of Fame,
Nice.
first ballot. And that's New England Pro Wrestling halloffame.com. You could go to that and it tells you who's going to be there and past winners. It's pretty cool. It's located in Providence, Rhode Island.
That's awesome. Congratulations on that.
That's thank you very much.
Well deserved.
Appreciate it.
We've got another yarmulke that's been sold. Stu, would you like it personalised or just the autograph? So we've got another yarmulke as well, please.
So Stu wants a yarmulke?
Stu would like a yarmulke. We're just waiting to see if he would like it personalised or not.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to put this stuff here. I'll open it up while he's deciding.
And if Jess Ashworth is watching, Jess, can you just put in the comment box what you would like on your promos? Because I can't get to my messages at the moment.
I'll send her a message now, mate.
Cool, thank you. She did send it to me, but I can't get the messages up. I'll say I'd come out of the live.
So what time is it in the UK right now?
So at the moment, it's 10 past 8 in the evening.
10 past 8. So if I was there at a restaurant or a bed and breakfast at 10 after 8 p.m., I couldn't get my favorite English breakfast, beans and eggs.
If you went to a Weatherspoons, you might be able to.
Okay, good to know.
They normally do all-day breakfasts.
I love it. I love them.
Just the autograph, please, Chris.
Okay, so Stu would like just the autograph on the yarmulke, please.
Okay, sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yeah, I think the first time I had that was at a legendary wrestler, Scott McGee.
Okay.
AKA Jeff Ports was his father, and Gary Ports, but he wrestled under Scott McGee. Really big in Florida Championship Wrestling and also in Crockett Promotions.
Yeah.
So, yeah, great English wrestler.
The next time
Les Thornton and Tony Charles.
Yeah. That's
How's
great.
that?
Thank you very much for that. Yeah, that's
Oh,
great.
you're welcome. Okay.
That's great. Thanks, Stu. Okay.
Thanks, Stu. I appreciate it. I wonder if this is the same Stu that runs a podcast in England.
No, it won't be. You know,
Oh, okay. Because there isn't there a big show in England once a year? They bring in a lot of American wrestlers for the weekend.
yeah, so that's called For the Love of Wrestling.
What is it called?
For the Love of Wrestling.
All the Love of Wrestling. Yeah, I was promised to be there a couple of years ago. They never called me, and I really want to come back to the UK. And I heard it was a huge show. And then I also had a trainer that wanted me to come to England to train people American style for 2 weeks or 3 weeks, and I never heard back from him either. You know, so a lot of people do that.
Yeah.
You know, they don't follow up or
No.
say, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So anyway, these things happen.
Absolutely. Right, we're going to move on to the next photo, please, Barry.
Okay.
So this is the one with the blue background with your pose.
That is this one right here.
That's correct. That's it.
Okay.
That's the one. So in black would be fantastic on this one.
Okay.
So we're going to do Jess's first, okay? So the first one is to Jess.
To Jack.
Jess, Jess.
Okay, wait a minute. J
E
E
S.
S
Yeah, S.
X.
S.
Oh, Jess. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No,
Sorry
it's
about
fine.
that.
No, it's fine. And
Anything
she
else? Just to Jess in my signature?
she would like you to put keep following your dream.
Keep following your dream.
Yeah, and then your autograph, please.
Okay. Keep. Here you go, Jess. Hope you like that.
That's perfect. And the next one is to Josh.
To Josh. That's my son's name.
It is, and he would like pat on the back, Barry Horowitz.
Sure.
So to Josh, pat on the back, Barry Horowitz.
Okay. To Josh. Okay, Josh, I hope you like this.
Awesome. Thank you.
You're welcome.
The next one is to Stu, and that's STU.
Okay.
And he would like pat on the back and your autograph, please.
Pat on the back.
Yeah, please.
Okay. That's it. Okay. There you go, Stu. Hope you like that.
That's perfect. Thank you very much.
Sure.
Kev Benny would like a yarmulke, please, Chris.
Okay, we'd like to buy another yarmulke, please, Barry.
Another yarmulke?
Yeah. Does
Okay.
Kev want it personalised, Dan?
He hasn't said yet, but I will find out.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. And again, guys, if anyone would like to buy yarmulke, they're $10, and the lapel pin badges are $5.
Yeah, you don't have to be Jewish to wear a yarmulke or to believe in it, but if you are Jewish, that's a plus. And if you're not, you're just a wrestling fan, collector, historian. It's just another feather in your cap, so to speak.
Absolutely.
So it's just two Kev, please.
Okay. So to Kev.
Kev.
Yeah, KEV.
Yep.
And then your autograph, please. Thank you.
Ooh. Look at that, Kev.
That's ace.
And I'm going to put this back. All righty.
Fantastic. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Back to the photo. This one is to Paul.
To Paul?
Yeah. And he would like to Paul, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Okay.
And again, guys, if you've purchased the yarmulke, can you please PayPal us so we can send the money to Barry?
There you go, Paul.
That's
Hope
fantastic.
You like it.
That is fantastic. The next one is to Sam.
Sam?
Yeah, SAM. And he would like to Sam, best wishes, and then your autograph, please.
Okay. To Sam, not to be confused with Sam Houston.
That's ace. Thank you very much for that.
You're welcome.
The next one is for Kurt, but he doesn't want it personalised. He
Just wants a signature.
He would just like Mr. Technical and your... What's that noise?
Oh, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Please, yeah.
Okay.
Danny, you all right? You're breathing heavily.
No, I'm good, bud.
Sure?
Yep.
Good.
There you go.
That's great. Thank you very much. And the next one is for Kai, but he doesn't want his name. He would just like Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz, please.
Okay, sure. So where I live at, it's about 100 degrees right now.
Is it warm? Yeah.
At about 20 after 3 p.m. Eastern time.
Oh, I don't know what it is out here. Probably about 17 degrees.
What's the temperature in London, in UK?
It's about 17 degrees at the moment in Nottingham. It's quite warm.
Oh, okay.
It's quite warm.
Go.
That's fantastic. Thank you. And the next one is for Chris, and he would like to Chris, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Okay. Chris.
And then we'll do a couple of more questions, if that's okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Stu, yes, you can. That's fine, mate.
There you go, Chris. Thank you very much.
Awesome. Right, then. So that is the pre-sale done for those. So, Dan, on to you.
Yeah. So Chris has asked, what or who influenced you to become a wrestler?
What influenced me to be a pro wrestler?
Yes.
Yes.
Well, basically, when I first moved in our house, my parents and I was probably 13 years old, and there was Florida Championship Wrestling that came on every Saturday night at 7 o'clock on WTOG. And the host was Gordon Soley, and I was watching a match between Thunderbolt Patterson and Mr. Clean. Yeah. And from that moment on, I said, that's what I want to be. And I'm sure a bunch of 13-year-old young men say they want to be a dentist or they want to be a football player, soccer player, basketball player. or whoever, and it never transpires. Because my first love was magic, and I wanted to be a magician, which I still do some magic here and there, but nothing like pro wrestling as far as being an athlete and training to be, the best I can. And I think I did it the proper way, as far as step by step by step, climbing the ladder and getting into a good school, a good trainer, of course, working out, of course, living a good, clean life. And it's worked for me. And to this day, I do it.
What stuck out for you with Thunderbolt Patterson?
What's that?
What stuck out for you with Thunderbolt Patterson?
Oh, nothing. It wasn't really his mannerisms or his wrestling technique or Mr. Clean. It was just the ring, Gordon Soley talking, and they were wrestlers. It could have been probably anybody.
Yeah.
But that's what sparked my attention. Then the rest unfolds.
How easy was it back then to find a wrestling school?
Very hard.
I was
very hard, because you were either turned down, or you don't want to do this or something, or sometimes you got to be careful. Some of these schools that were protecting the business and the heavy on the kayfabe and whatnot, that they would stretch you or hurt you or break your leg or see how tough you are, have you do 1,000 Hindu squats in 5 minutes. It was to see how tough you were. Nowadays, it doesn't work that way. I mean, you do train hard nowadays. I've really not been in any of these performance centers or training gyms of professional wrestling. I've been in some smaller ones, but I don't know if I don't know how they really operate. Yeah. I just know in my eyes, maybe I'm being biased, and I see what comes out of some of these schools, that I was trained by the best. I definitely was trained by the best, Boris Malenko and his sons, and Karl Gotch.
Yeah.
And Karl von Stronheim.
No, fair play. Fair play.
Yeah, I don't know how some of these gyms, I'm sure they have rings in them, and they have weights in them, and they have, as long as the trainer is, he's been around.
Yeah.
And you're got the passion and the work ethic and the accountability and the drive, you'll succeed. You should.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, if you have all that and you don't, well, that's just the politics of the wrestling business. Remember, the only guarantee in professional wrestling is there is no guarantee.
Absolutely. Well said. Did anyone, when you started training then, did anyone try to stretch you to try and see, again, how tough you were?
Not really. A little bit with Jody, maybe. A little bit with Karl Gotch. Never Boris or Dean Malenko. It was nothing like that. I think my attitude was really good, and I want to learn. There's no reason they could tell just by my progression in the ring and my outlook on professional wrestling and just being a wrestler, period, coming from the amateur ranks. I think that was highly respected. And I think maybe my little in was that I was Jewish, and so are they.
Got you. I get you.
Remember, guys, there's only two kinds of people in this world: Jewish people and people that wish they were Jewish.
Hey. So Dan, we were on about the DNA tests that we took.
Yes.
Mine, Barry, actually came back 14% Israeli Jewish.
14%.
Yeah. So does that make me fairly Jewish? Oh no.
Not really.
Oh.
The only way it does is if your mother, especially your mother and your father, are 100% Jewish, which makes Barry Horowitz 100% Jewish. I'm the real deal.
Oh, I'm not the real deal. I'm a fraud.
You're not the real deal.
I'm a fraud.
You're a fraud.
That's it. My 14% means nothing.
Yeah, it's okay. We still like you.
Thanks, Barry. Well, at least we've got that one out of the way. Dan,
Yep.
you got any more questions?
Yeah. So we have one from John. Any funny Steve Lombardi stories?
No.
There we go then.
There you go.
Your next question from Adam. Who is your favourite Mount Rushmore of jobbers? And what is your Mount Rushmore?
Somebody asked me this on a podcast 3 weeks ago. I'm real critical, and I'm real critical of myself. So I don't know. I don't know, because some people are classified pure enhancement.
Yeah.
And then some are enhancement, but they have to have a guy like myself, enhancement, to make their so-called stars look like stars.
Yes.
Because if they didn't, they won't get over, and it won't put asses in the seats, which means no money.
Yep.
Not everybody could be a superstar, and not everybody could win. So it works that way. As far as I really don't know, because when you want me to say this, I compare people to myself, and myself would be, I'm not the biggest guy in the world, but I mean, I'm a wrestler, I wrestle, I'm a heel, the promos, you got to be almost a total package, look the part, walk the part, do it all. And I can't think of anybody. I mean, I would, Reno Riggins would be probably a good candidate. Dwayne Gill. I don't know. There's just, I don't know. That's a hard one to evaluate, because I'm real picky with their style, how they look, their promo, everything. You know what I mean? It's just not all about grabbing a headlock and hitting the ropes.
No, I get
it's much more than that.
Absolutely.
So how I look at it is the progression of being good. I want to be great. I don't want to be just a good wrestler. I want to be a great wrestler.
With that being said, then, obviously, I really want to touch on the rivalry with you and Chris Candido, or Skip of the Body Donners. I remember watching that match when you beat him, and everyone was like, "Oh my God, what happened?" Because we'd never seen that in wrestling before, where the quote unquote jobber beat the star, and it was incredible. It was one of the best things I've seen, because it was so unpredictable. When that was put forward to you, how was that received by yourself?
Oh, I was elated. I mean, you know how many times I've gone to buildings, Raw after Raw, pay-per-view after pay-per-view. I mean, at the gorilla position, ready to wrestle, and my match gets canceled or whatever. But I never shunned on it. It's just part of paying dues, and I never put it over. I actually literally got paid for putting my trunks and boots on. So, and I'm living my dream. There's guys that never even made it to the gorilla position. There's guys that never made it to the building, never did Raw, never did anything. So I'm grateful for living my dream. I've liked it better? Sure. I don't have sour grapes about it. I just would like, I would have liked it to last a little bit longer and got maybe a little bit more respect and attention. But at the same time, I'm not whining. I guess you could call it legitimately bitching.
Fair enough. So what was it like then when they put the idea to you about this program with Candido?
Well, first I thought it was a rib, and they were joking, but I was always taught to go along with things, and I did, and it wasn't. And they didn't say how long it would last, but it went on for a good year, and it brought me a lot of I had my own shirt. I had a lot of everything. everything but an action figure, which I'm going down another avenue for that. So I've got another bigger and better companies that are making action figures of me. Why I don't understand that, when somebody told me the other day they made an action figure of you remember back in the day, that lawyer, he was like a lawyer, that he wasn't a wrestler, he was a lawyer but manager.
In WWE or WWF?
Yes. Yeah. I'm going back 20 years ago.
Oh God, I'm going to think now.
Well, anyway, he was basically a minute in the wrestling business, if you will, a cup of coffee in the wrestling business, and they make an action figure of him, but not me. Now, think about that. Does that make sense? And what would sell more? See what I'm getting at?
Yeah.
I don't know who is making these decisions or who's in the war room or I don't know what's going on, but I think maybe there's a lack of thinking or forget. And if you're trying to get, you know how you get even with people, or I'll teach him this, or you know what I mean? I mean, you don't go by that. You could have your personal grievances on the side. If somebody's drawing money or it's going to do well, you put that aside. You know, if you don't like Tom Brady, you don't bench him. You don't put him second string.
No.
And believe me, there's certain people that don't, or maybe he's had arguments with people and stuff like that, but he's still the GOAT and he's still number one.
Yeah.
That's how you got to think. So you think with your brain, not your ass.
Yeah. Which unfortunately some people do that.
Oh, I see it every day. It's you can't teach stupid or fix stupid. And basically it's a sad and ignorant situation.
Yeah. But unfortunately that is just how life is sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
As bad as it is.
Especially in the wrestling business.
Yes. Amen to that. So we're going to move on to the last photo, please, Barry, if that's okay. And we're just going to do the pre-sales for those. And then that's the one. That's it. So the first one, Chris O'Connor, if you're watching, can you just write in the chat what you would like on your photo, please? Just because I couldn't get it. First one is to Grace, and that's Grace.
Trace?
Grace.
Oh, Grace. Grace.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
And she would like to Grace, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
So Grace is a female.
She is indeed.
So I've signed a couple for females so far, haven't I?
You have.
I didn't know there was that many female wrestling fans in the UK.
There is more than, I would say it's probably even keel at the moment with females and males.
Wow.
Easily.
There you go, Grace. Hope you like that.
That's ace. Thank you. Thanks, Chris. Okay, so we'll do Chris.
Thank you, Grace.
Chris would like to Chris, all the best, and then your signature, please.
Okay.
Thanks, Chris. He did message me earlier, but I read it and hadn't written it down.
To Chris, all the best.
All the best, and then your signature, please.
Okay. All right, Chris, I appreciate it. Hope you like that.
Brilliant. Thank you. And the next one is to Dave, and that's
Dave?
Yeah, Dave.
Right.
And he would like to Dave, Mr. Technical, Barry Horowitz.
Okay. Okay. There you go, Dave.
That's brilliant. That's great. The next one is for Sam. He doesn't want it personalized. He would just like your autograph, please.
Okay, sure. There you go, Sam. Thank you.
That's great. Perfect. And the last one on the pre-sale on this is for Ethan again. He would just like Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz.
All righty.
So no personalization, just Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz. And that is the pre-sale done for that picture.
Okay.
Oh, actually, no, I've got one more. Sorry.
Okay.
I've got one more.
There we go.
Lovely. So I've got two. One's just come through on my side. So the first one we've got to Jimmy, and that's
To Kimmy?
Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Yeah. Jimmy, and he would like to Jimmy, Mr. Technical Barry Horowitz.
How's that?
That's perfect. Thank you. And the last one is to Dex, and that's DEX.
DEX?
Yeah, and he would like pat on your back, Barry Horowitz.
There you go, Dex. Hope you like that, and I appreciate it.
That's ace. Thank you so much for those. So that is all the pre-sales done, guys. We've got about 12 minutes to go. So if you do want to get a photo, we do have a couple left of option 1, option 2, and option 3. Put it in the comment box below, and we can sort you out whilst Barry is live with us now. Big Dan, if you want to go to some questions.
So I got one from Stu. So Stu has just debuted as a referee. What advice would you give him?
Oh, wow. That's a good question. I was just helping somebody the other night I was at a show in Minnesota, and I was helping a ref. You want to be in command, even though you're a smaller person. Like if you're counting the wrestler out, 1, 2. It's just not 1, 2. It's you got to emphasize. Everything needs to be emphasized and loud, and you're the authority figure. Because if you watch the UFC or boxing, you touch the referee, you're done. So you need to be in command and just, do your job properly as far as finishes and, take care of the participants in the ring. And that's it. You don't want to be, you're a smaller person than a wrestler, which it's supposed to be, but you don't want to be wimpy or anything with the authority. Catch them on the ropes. You can't, you got to make the tag when you're in a tag. You got to control. You're the police in the ring.
Hope that answers your question there, Stu.
So I hope that helps them out.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And another big plus is to watch referees that are really good. I would definitely watch Joey Morella, the Hebner brothers, and Danny Davis. Excellent referees, phenomenal referees. There is more, but at the top of my head, that's who I'm saying. And I know these gentlemen a long time.
Yeah, we met Dave. No, we didn't. We met Earl Hebner.
Yeah, he's a good man.
He was a great man. Likes to drink.
Yes, he does. I realized that over the years of just being around him and people telling me that. Because when I first met him, I don't think it was as much. No. I don't know.
No, it certainly was in Liverpool, wasn't it, mate?
It was.
Oh, bless him. He was great. He was so much fun. Just a quick one then, from me then. When, obviously, your tenure in WWF, was there anyone that you didn't get to work? Because obviously you wrestled, like Triple H, Hart, Owen Hart, Bret Hart, like a who's who. Was there anyone that came through the door that you didn't get to wrestle, but you would have liked to have done?
Well, at the top of my head, there's only two people, but they weren't there when I was there. But first and foremost would be Kurt Angle.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
Yeah.
I would, in my prime, in his prime, I would love to wrestle him for about 30 minutes. And secondly would be Randy Orton.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. There's others. Of course,
Yeah.
Chad Gable. Of course, Alex Kazarian. Christopher Daniels. There's a slew of others. But, yeah, just the way it happens.
Would you go down the route of a Bryan Danielson, a Zack Sabre Jr.? So those kind of indie technical guys?
Yeah. What did you, Bryan Danielson? Who else was that?
Zack Sabre Jr. from New Japan.
I don't know if I know him, but I have to look him up. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah. Yeah. Some of those are, they're all technical wrestlers.
Yeah.
Some of them do it a little bit different than I. Sometimes things are too fast.
Yeah.
Or the fan doesn't catch it, or too much. But that's just a personal preference with me. It's not knocking anything.
No.
There could be people that say my stuff is too fast or too slow. So that's not that important. What's more important is working solid, and doing your things right.
Yeah. No, it's a good point. It's all about telling the story and making sure that the fans can follow what is being presented in the ring. Which I think sometimes I think is a lost art at the moment with the indie wrestling that we have, because everything's quite fast.
Yeah, sometimes in professional, this is what makes a good worker into a great worker. Sometimes too fast is no good, sometimes too slow. So if you could get the medium, if you could keep it medium,
yeah,
I'm going to do these fast punches. I'm going to do like Steve Austin does in the corner, the fast kicks, and then slow it down. And then there's something, like I said, fast, slow. You got to have the whole ball of wax. I'm a big fan of always trying to pin that's what we're trying to do, pin them or submit them.
Yeah.
And the submissions are good. The pins, sometimes I see you got to hook that leg tight. You just don't cover them lackadaisious and just hover over them where there's a gap that long where you could kick out.
Yeah.
So I'm a big fan of that. And of course, a big fan of locking up snug, a big fan of tackles, which a lot of people, even some guys that have been around a long time, they don't do them well.
No.
They don't do them solid. Again, that's me. I mean, you could critique some of my matches and maybe not like something, or sometimes you do have to go fast if you're on TV and they're telling you to go home, and you don't go home within, they tell you're going to get screamed at when you walk through the curtain by whoever's at the gorilla position or Vince.
Yeah. Did you have any like bad altercations with Vince, or was he always pretty cool with you?
I've never had a problem with Vince. No. I've only spoke to him a handful of times. He's too busy talking to his superstars, and I've had one issue. I've talked to him about something that I won't go into right now. I just don't want to.
It's fine.
And if it was just a matter of basically a wrestler telling on me or complaining, which I never heard of before.
No.
You're grown ass men and you're going to Vince. Just talk to me about it.
Yeah.
But if you knew who I was talking about and you considered a source, you would go, "Oh yeah, I agree with that." I'm not getting into that story.
Fine.
And by the way, I don't bury the dead.
No, that's fine. We don't ask anyone to bury anyone on here.
Yeah. Unless you catch me at a right time and I feel like it.
Fair enough. So guys, we're coming to a close in the next couple of minutes. So if you have any last minute questions, please put them in the comments box. If not, Barry, do you have any social stuff you'd like to plug?
Well, yeah, I did mention, I appreciate it. I'm really big on Cameo.com, is doing well for me. Various interviews and podcasts. Pro Wrestling Tees, Facebook. Co-owner with Richie Sorrentino on GTG.com, which is Good Times Guaranteed. Every Wednesday, live wrestling auction. It's phenomenal. It's out of either out of New York or New Jersey. Pro Wrestling, I'm trying to think of the Wrestle Pro. I'm sorry, Wrestle Pro, New Jersey. Wow, there's I have some upcoming matches. I'm actually going to a huge meet and greet. I told you in Providence, Rhode Island, but also in Andre the Giant's hometown in North Carolina. I will be there in August. I will be at WrestleCade in August again. I love that event in Winston-Salem. There's also another wrestling event, I think, in Charlotte, North Carolina. So I have a lot of meet and greets come up. I also do 3-hour seminars about the wrestling business inside the ring and outside the ring that I convey by traveling with so many superstars in my life. And the meet and greets. And I do wrestle on occasion, mostly in tag matches. Basically, everything's going good. I had some stem cell surgery done to my knee, and it's still healing. So, but I have nothing to prove to the fans. If the fans like me the way I think they do, and if you go to my YouTube matches, you could see all of my matches from 81 on. I have nothing to prove as far as wrestling, technical wrestling. People have seen me. I think really what they want to see now is Barry in good shape, patting himself on the back and doing something cute in the ring. I don't need to. They've seen everything I can do with the Hart family. By the way, props to the whole Hart family and Bret Hart especially. I have a lot of people to thank that helped me in my career. I mean, there's a lot of people that have actually literally helped me. Of course, you know, when you build a house, you start at the foundation, and the Malenkos started my foundation. They opened the door for me, and then I think I progressed in my mindset, and also, you know, traveling with the likes of Jimmy Valiant and Rufus R. Jones and Steamboat, Youngblood, Bob Orton Jr., Flair. I mean, I've been with almost wrestled everybody in the wrestling business. I think everybody but the top guy. I've never wrestled Hulk Hogan. I've traveled with him, and he's been always respectful to me and treated me well. Anybody that hasn't treated me well or disrespected me, I won't bother mentioning their name because I'm not going to put them over.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah. So yeah, there's been a lot of people. Bob Backlund. A lot of people that have helped me in my career. I took this from that, from this, from that. Another one, Greg Valentine, Dominic DiNucci. These are all people that there's much more than that. And they're just Mike Graham, especially the Graham family. Jerry Jarrett out in Memphis, Tennessee. And of course, one of my top 3 promoters, Otto Wantz, R.I.P., from Austria, that gave me huge respect. There's a person that didn't go by, who is Barry Horowitz? What's his name? Whose son is he? No, this guy could wrestle, because I beat Franz Schumann in his hometown for his championship. You could have heard a pin drop. People thought something was wrong, because I don't think he lost a belt in 5 years.
Wow.
And all of a sudden, Barry Horowitz comes in. See, these things could happen. But again, the powers to be or the people in the war room, they don't think that way.
No.
They think about getting themselves over. See, the secret is, Dan, get the match over. And what do I mean by that? Get Barry Horowitz over, get Owen Hart over, get Earl Hebner over, the referee, get the ring over, and get the fans involved. You do that and tell a good story, you've got a best-selling novel. That's a fact.
There you go.
It's just that guys today don't know that. Not all of them, They don't know how to tell a story. They don't have psychology. It's chopping meat. It's not pinning. It's not submitting. It's 20 super kicks to the face. You're not bleeding. You're not knocked out. Try that in a UFC match and see what happens. Yes, there's a difference between pro wrestling and UFC, but we could combine the two.
Yeah, I'm with you.
If you're a good worker, you can.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot of work and a lot of mindset and work ethic.
Absolutely.
And I'm very passionate about that to this day. And that's what I convey. That's what I teach.
It's nice to see that passion is there still.
Mm-hmm.
It's great. On that note, again, thanks to Richard Sorrentino and to your son Josh for.
Oh yeah, yes, thank you. Yeah,
thank you for that, guys. On that note, guys, we're gonna call it a night with Mr. Barry Horowitz. Barry, it's been an absolute pleasure speaking to you.
Thank you guys for having me.
Honestly, for hours.
I'm hoping in the near future I can make it to the big show in the UK, and if not, just to come to the UK to meet and greet or do a seminar or meet some of the great fans. Because I mean, I was there 20 years ago and they were supportive of me. I can imagine them now.
Oh, absolutely. Well, okay, let me know when you're coming over and we'll sort you out.
Yeah, that would be great. I would love it.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for your time, Barry.
Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it.
You're more than welcome, and we'll chat to you soon. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Dan.